the third episode of Coffee
Sweaters.
and Finance.
Well, we're still working on the timing there.
Yeah, we get it.
Yep.
I've been saying and finance.
I just shout finance.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have a question for me?
No, you have a question for me, I believe.
No, remember the question though?
Oh, did you start the fire?
We didn't start the fire.
I'll get it right next time. I asked the wrong question.
We didn't start the fire.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, here we're going to talk about the 3 keys to saving on taxes with your employer stock.
Oh, okay.
The 3 keys.
The 3 keys.
What would be number 1 in your mind, Bill?
And so it has to be limited to 3. So, right? Is that the game here?
Yeah, I think
Top
so.
3?
Top 3.
We'll see. Maybe it'll be a bonus one at the end.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. The first thing I think everyone should do anytime they have employer stock, it just kind of basics, is make sure when you exercise stock options or you have restricted stock vesting that you set aside enough for estimated payments for the taxable income hit.
Yeah.
They'll withhold, but it's usually not enough. So you want to make sure that you set aside enough for that so that when April 15th comes around, you're not slammed with a tax bill that you don't have the cash to pay.
April is coming.
Yep, April is coming.
April is coming, yeah. And that's a big one, is people often don't think about the tax effects, and then they get a surprise in April. Yep. Never fun, especially when it can be tens of thousands or even more.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's one. That's just basics. That's not going to save you taxes, but it's more about preparing to make sure that you're not getting ahead of yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to throw out number 2 if that's all right.
Go for it. I'm excited.
Don't get caught without a plan.
Don't get caught without a plan.
So I think, and you'll hear us talk about this a lot, is have a plan, have a strategic plan, a financial plan for when are you going to exercise, what's coming down the road if there's more stock coming your way.
Yep. To that point, so with restricted stock, when you get restricted stock and you have the vesting schedule, you have a clear picture into how that is going to hit your tax return over the next few years.
Sure.
So let's just say you have, X $1,000 worth of restricted shares and it vests over 3 years. You know what's going to hit your tax return in the next 3 years. Now the stock price could change,
right?
But you at least know the number of shares that are going to vest. So you have a window into seeing how that's going to impact your tax return. So if you have a plan, you can, do any steps, prepare for any steps needed today.
Yeah.
To, let's just say
that's a case where we can plan that to the day.
Yep. And let's just say, here's a classic case. As they vest, it pushes you into a higher marginal tax bracket. If you have charitable goals, that would probably be a year to gift to charity.
Sure.
Time it to align with the year that you have the big taxable.
And hey, if you got some low cost basis stock that you got from your company, that might be a good time to use that stock. Donate that stock.
Yep, absolutely.
And get 2 birds with 1 stone there.
Yep. So that's the second one.
Yeah, don't get caught without a plan. So we've got April is coming. Number 2, don't get caught without a plan. What's the number 3 that you would say?
A third one. Let's see. I think 1 and 2 are pretty strong.
Should we stop the two keys to savings taxes on your?
Yeah.
No. Let's.
I'm gonna throw out a third.
Okay.
It's a little more of a side note. I'd say less core than the first 2.
Okay.
But with
3 asterisks.
Employer stock purchase plans.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Usually you get an employer match or discount with
Sure.
that. And then when you sell it, you're going to pay, oftentimes you're going to pay a gain, assuming the stock price goes up over that window.
Not guaranteed. But
not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yep. But a lot of times people just participate and then they sell it whenever they need the money.
Sure.
But if you sell it and you hold until the qualifying disposition date, which is usually between 1 to 2 years after you get it, if you hold until then that discount component is going to be taxed at a long-term capital gain rate rather than ordinary income rate.
Sure.
So this all plays into having a plan for how you're going to diversify. When are you going to sell the restricted stock? When are you going to exercise the options? When are you going to sell the ESPP? You want to have a plan, make sure that's all coordinated. But with employer stock purchase plans in general, a lot of times I see people that are managing it on their own that don't sell. They don't hold it until the qualifying disposition date,
Sure.
and then they end up paying more in taxes than they would have needed to if they just held it long enough.
Sure. That makes sense. So yeah, so have a plan specific to each type of employer stock that you might receive or purchase.
Yep.
So once again, 3 keys: don't get caught without a plan.
Mm-hmm.
April is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then specify your plan. I would say for the type of employer comp that you're getting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. That's it for today. That's it for today.
Great.